Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so quickly, you can just see that the editable texts, you can see they are coded in black color. That is one thing about the color code. All the other ones are coded with a different color, but your editable text, they are coded with what? With black color. So these are the areas that you need to concentrate your attention to and see how these different tags are being used. The A tag, the L tag for listing, and just look at it. Now you can now take your W3 schools, the tag section that I showed to you, and look at how each of those different tags here are being implemented. And you also implement save for you. So what you are expected to do is that you are supposed to edit all the black text here. All the black text here, you are supposed to, well, you know, for some of you, depending on the editor you are using, but at least you can see that all the black text here that I have here, they are the different texts, that the text, not the default HTML tags, they are the texts that are customizable, which you are expected to customize. Now, once you have customized this, of course, I will now send to you where you will send your, where you will, now once you customize it, you will zip up your file. Now this other file like this, you are going to zip it up, and I will tell you where to upload it to. Then we are going to host each of these files and see how they display accordingly. Of course, it's the site that do what I'm going to host. I'm not going to host the Jabu site. So make sure that your site qualifies to be hostable. So whatever you are editing, of course, another thing to also now check out is for now, if you can even do the two together. You have the text.
Excuse me, sir. We cannot see your screen.
Hello, sir.
We can't see your screen, sir. We can't see your screen,
You
sir.
can't see my screen. Oh, so sorry. Let me. Oh, okay. Let me just share my screen once again. All right. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
All right, beautiful. So what I was saying the other time before you listen to it is that you can see with my editor already color-coded all the text on my HTML file to show that all the default HTML tags, all the normal HTML tags, the default HTML tags, they are being color-coded with other colors, either blue or red or green accordingly. But you can see that the ones that are customizable, the text that are customizable are the ones that I have in black. You can see this Legacy Benz is customizable. Welcome to Home of Affordable, this, and this. You can see all these ones in black. They are the ones that are customizable. And of course, they are also shown here on our website. You can see them here. You can see them here. They are here. All these texts, you are going to customize everything accordingly. Everything. You are going to customize everything accordingly. Now, one thing I will advise you, once you are customizing, ensure that the text, the amount of text you are putting does not scatter the arrangement of these cubes. You can see these cubes are arranged. Don't allow your text to be too long, one side to be too long that everything is not distorted. No, it is advisable you do your arrangement in such a way. And of course, when we get to some advanced feature, we'll get to how we can restrict our boxes here to ensure that it fits. But for now, we are looking at HTML only, so let's just look at it and ensure your text fits into this box and everything fits accordingly. Of course, before I end this class, let me also point your attention to one other thing that you are going to edit, which are pictures. Now you can see that on this web page, there are some pictures here, isn't it? This banner is a picture. This banner, there's a picture here on the background. You have pictures here. You have this is a picture. You have another one here. This is a picture. You have another one here is a picture. And you have another one here under the feature. These are different pictures. So you are going to edit all these ones. And another one to call your attention to is here. You have this word. These are what? Icons. You're also going to change these icons. Now let me show you how do you locate where these things are on your code. Of course, a quick look. Just take a quick look at this. Let's start from this, from your first div. Our first div here is the what? Is the banner, main banner div, which is here. Inside here, you have what? Welcome to Legacy. Where is it again? Yes, it's here. Welcome to Legacy and all that. So we should know that whatever picture that we are looking at should be around this area. Let's go back to our code and check. Welcome to Legady's, home of this, affordable footwear, blah, blah, blah. The information is here, is there. So while we are here under this, do we have anything that has to do with our text, our picture, rather, our picture, the logo that we have there? Do we have anything that shows or directs us to that particular side? Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. Of course, now you see, you can look at it now. This is all this. We can see there's nothing that has to do. Of course, anything picture, you have your .jpeg accordingly. That will be there, either .jpeg or PNG, but I can't see anything here. Of course, you don't need to be lost. For the newbies, you can just right click on this image. See, right click on image, click on inspect. Click on inspect. So okay. Okay, so once I click on inspect, I can bring my cursor to different sections of my code accordingly. You can see as I move it around, it colors this whole page and sees what you can do here. All these ones are here, they are there. You can see all the different sections. You can see all the different sections. All the different divs, the different sections are here already. They are here already. All these are here already, which you can use to check and find out. Top image, do I have anything here? Okay, this is talking about the different sections. You can see as I move my cursor here, it's showing me the different sections there. So you can just use that to scroll through. That is one way. Like another way is also for you to look at your code and just examine it. It's very simple. Now you can see this one says banner. This is this, blah, 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 all this information span, this is the banner, this is the action, this is each ref. But of course, there's nothing there. Let's check our session. Palm Sander. Where do we have Palm Sander? Oh, this. IL Wellness. You have all the different sections that are here. That should be about 6. You have it here. After that, you have what? Top image. This also is top image. Lifestyle update. Let me see. Where do I have that here? Oh, I have this here. This is my top image. I have another one that says full supplement. You can check that on your code. Top image, top update, full supplement. Right? Now, after all that, what you have said, you have right image. That is on the right-hand side. What other image do you have here? You have diagnosis analysis. Okay. Let me see on my page. Oh, you have another one here. Fine. Then apart from that, what other thing do I have? You have all this here. Then I have my sidebar. Look at my sidebar. These are my sidebar. All these ones here. You can see all these ones are my sidebar. They are also defined there within these sections. They are here. All these are there. Home page, menu, home page, drop down 1, drop down 2. The sub menus are there. All this information are here. Feature posts. You can see all these ones that you have here. This feature post, all the pictures here. They're already stated here accordingly. They are here. All these are here. And of course, the footer. The footer, which is down here. Right click, designed by Black. All these ones you're going to edit and put your own information there. All these ones are there. Now, but back to this. Back to this. Which is all this. And of course, you can now look at this, that all the different images. Let's even browse so that we can start off from there. So the one have all these ones, where are they? Yes, all these ones you can see. It says image, the source of the image. It says asset/image. So if you look at the folders, I told you I told you that when you unzip your file, you have 3 components here. You have the index.html, you have the vendor.html, vendor folder, and the asset. Now, this is what is the source of our image? All these images that I see on this website, where are they kept? They are kept in a particular folder called image assets. Let's open assets. Under assets, you have what? Image. You can see the next one, image. I open up image. Now, what do you have here? You have all the different types of images here. Now, you can say once you open up this, this one says main. Now, the particular image that we are even interested in currently is this particular image, the ant that looks like cross ant. Now, go to your page. If you look at all this, you are wondering, where is this thing? Where does it exist? Where can I see this? Of course, if you can just browse your folder, even browsing to your folder, you already see. Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, so once you browse up, you can see this one says the picture that looks exactly like the one we are looking for. It says main. It says main-banner.jpg. Now let's do a check, for example. Okay, this one is going to save. I just can't switch now. Okay, let me just close this for now. All right, this is main-banner.jpg. Let me just copy this main-banner, for example. That is, you are looking for, how do I locate this image? This main-banner. Let me just copy this name and go to my code and search. Is there any place where this is referenced? Let me control find and paste this here. /banner. So I only have it in one occurrence here. Yeah. Now this is main-banner as a class, which is already defined. Yeah. Now this is done with what? With CSS. You can see it's done with CSS. In order to bother you, in order not to bother you for that for now, let's just have this as this. Now, of course, if you go to your file, your image file, where is your image file again? This is my image file. You can see this particular image that we're interested in is this particular one, this one, the one with the hand. You can also find it here, which is this. This other image that you also want to edit, you will find it somewhere. No, okay, this one I old image. Don't need it. This one I the right one. This one is also there. You will find it there. This one is also there. Let me shift this. This one is also here. These are all the icons that you need to edit and put your own icons. And as well, you have the feature post accordingly. They are all there that you can also, change. Now, one thing I want you to notice, once you are editing any of this image, let me start with this one, for example. You can see my cursor. My cursor is on this, and it says item type is what? JPEG file. The dimension is what? 980 by A550. Let me open up this. Let me right click and open up this. Open with Paint. This is the image that you want to edit. One of the first images you want to edit. I hope you can see my screen now. Yes. You can change the screen. That's what I'm doing. Now, just look at this now. Any image you are going to be using, make sure that the dimension of the image you're going to be using is retained with the dimension of the image you have here, so that you don't distort the the web page, right? Make sure the image dimension is same. Of course, for example, you get one image that is very large, you can always just come here, go to resize, come to the pixel, put the right pixel that we expect, 980 by 550. Of course, you need to remove this maintain ratio, type 980. Let's say, for example, the image you're putting is different by 550. And you click OK, and you save. So whichever image you want to use, make sure the image retains the particular, what's it called? The dimension. The dimension is retained. The size, the pixel size is retained. Let me give an example. Let me see if I can get one image to use. Let's imagine I want to use this particular image for now. Let's say, you can see this is the dimension of this image. And I want to turn this image to the particular dimension. What do? I open up the image with my Paint or whichever editor you are using. I click on resize. I come to pixel because they are rated in pixel on the on the code. All these are rated in pixel. They are rated in pixel. So I come here, I uncheck maintain ratio aspect, meaning that if you put ratio aspect, anything you type, if I type 980 here, the app automatically fills the vertical for you, which we don't want to. I want to fill both my horizontal and my vertical pixel size myself. So I say 980. Is it 980? Let me check on my image here. Once you put 980 by 550, good. So 980 by 550, and I click on OK. You see automatically the editor resizes my file accordingly. Of course, once it's resized, I just come here, I save as. I can come here, I saved as a picture file. I browse into my file. I browse into my file. It's inside assets, image. And I just come here, let me call it name banner 2 so that I can so and say here, I can close this. This is main banner 2, for example. I can now just change, I can just edit this name and put old in front. This old. Then I come here where I have main banner 2. I'll just remove the 2. I remove the 2. Okay. What I just intend to do is I want to rename this banner. So you can also right click on it and say rename. Say rename. Then I just come here. I remove the 2. So I have this as name banner 2. So let me come back to my site and let me reload this. You can see automatically changes the image that is there. I know the reason why I deliberately just kept this is so that I did this rename so that I can always revert back to my old. For you, any image you are using, just save as the name of the image that is there, the real image that is supposed to be there, and that is all. Anything old, you don't need it. You can just delete all those ones. So that is how to do the editing of that. Let me get any feedback before I call it a day for this particular session, for this class. So I open up the floor. Any feedback, you can share your feedback now. Questions before I end the class. All right, please go ahead for it. Questions, you can unmute yourself and indicate, then I can recognize you and okay. So, anyone?
Hello, sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead. What is your
The
question?
layout of the website.
Okay.
Are we going to change it, or is only the text and pictures?
For now, do the text and the pictures.
Okay, sir.
For now, let's take it gradually. Do the text and the picture.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Hello, sir. How can we change the font, as in the font and the?
That's the question I just answered. For now, just change the text and the picture. Let's take it gradually. There are some persons that this is the first time they are ever going to be touching ACNF file in their life. So let them just experience that they can change the current name to their own name, change the picture to their own picture, before we now progress to changing color and changing text accordingly. All right. Yes, Ibrahim.
Thank you, sir, for the session. Even while the session was going on, I was able to do some things with my phone, with the editor app that you recommended to us, which is really nice. And thank you for simplifying everything. I would also like to know if we could get the recording for this class, because I noticed that this class is being recorded. So I would appreciate it, sir, if we could get the recording, especially for those maybe due to internet issues, they're not able to come in, or during the process, no data. So it just makes the learning process more easier for them.
Okay. I will check through the link. Once I edit it, I will once I get it download it, I can just share the link with you. It's not a problem. I can share the video with you. It's not a problem. So any other feedback? I can see some people are typing to okay.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon. I want to ask, is it possible to do all of these on the phone, on the mobile phone?
It is possible, though it's going to be stressful. Well, because now it depends on the resolution, the screen resolution of your phone. If your phone has a wide screen resolution, of course, you are able to do all these things on your phone. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Though, of course, you must know how to use your phone. If you don't know how to use your phone, you may need to ask the other colleague that know how to use the brand of that phone, whether it is Android or it is iOS. But it's possible.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well, I will now advise that going forward for this particular course, you will need to have access to a laptop or a desktop in order to make your editing and your customization much more seamless. You will need a desktop or a laptop. You will need it. Because I don't think if you go into CSS doing all that, you will find it very difficult editing at the same time, refreshing and checking how the code is displayed. And of course, when you are editing on mobile, the display is going to give to you when you check it on your mobile is the mobile display. You may edit it in such a way that it is well fitting for mobile display. When you check it on on the computer display, it will be distorted. For example, this template is a bootstrap template. So whatever you do on your mobile resolution, it will fit because you are just coding it for mobile view. Your client will not always use mobile. Some will use mobile, some will use the laptop or the desktop, or even their tabs. So that is why it's advisable you do it on the device that you can check different resolution. Of course, I can just quickly show you. If I want to check the resolution, for example, this thing I have edited, I want to check it out. Oh, let me check my resolution on mobile. How will it look like? I can just come here, inspect. Once I click on inspect, I come to this tab here. There's one icon here. It says toggle device tab. Once I click on it, you can see it's displaying the site as a mobile view, as if you are checking it on a mobile phone. Can you see that? I can also toggle it. It shows me as if it's toggled on the normal device. You get it now. And you will not be able to do this on your mobile. So you always view based on what is applicable on a mobile, which may not be what well set on your desktop. Okay. Any other one? Any other question? Any other question? Paulina, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Once you are okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Monsuru.
Yes, sir. Sorry, please. I wanted to ask about those of us that are just joining the class, like the previous assignment you have given, we have not submitted, like we're Mr. Bello students. So I wanted to ask, like, what are we supposed to do?
You are supposed to submit all the assignments that have been done before now. So what I would do is all of you, everybody have not been added to a community group, so that I don't keep posting things here and there. I will just repost all the assignments, whether you are ENT 302, whichever. I will repost all the assignments, go through all the assignments, make sure you do them. Make sure you do them. It's very important. And of course, for ENT 302, we have done a class test last week, Thursday. We have done a class test last week, Thursday. So it is necessary that you also do the assignment as well. Because if you don't have opportunity of another class test, at least your assignment and your project and every other thing will still be able to carry you. So that is that about that. Yes, yes, yes. Any other question before we call it a day?
Sir. Hello, sir.
Hello. Go ahead.
Sir, as regards the class test, all because we are under Mr. Bello, like we couldn't attend, then we've been like asking questions since before today that I got your message that we are now directed to like work a bit to be under your supervision. So now, sir, what do we do to cover up for that, sir? Because this is my first time, though I attended the first class here, and this is like my first time in this elaborate class of it. So I don't really get even like the explanation so far, though you simplify, but I'm a novice, so I'm still like finding it hard to like find my place in it.
And not a problem, not a problem. Whatever you have learned today, start implementing it, start from there. Then you can always get notes from the previous class, and also catch up with that. All the assignments that have been said, I said I'm going to repost the assignment on the community page. Make sure you get the assignment done. Then, of course, one thing I told you is that one way that everybody is going to learn is by projects. This is an entrepreneurship course. It's not a theory course. You will really learn by implementing it, by trying your hands. Don't just give your friend that can do it. Try it yourself. If you don't get it well, try it again. Then some of those components, in fact, all the components that we have talked about, different elements and concepts that I've talked about, we are going to implement everything in our projects. Are you getting it? So just imagine the HTML that I treated with them. We are going to implement it with the editing of your one-page website. So I mean, they have not really lost, but of course, you now need to read ahead. I have also shared the W3 Schools. W3 Schools is a website, and I've shared it. So you can go look up at it and check the different, so you can read up. Like I told you, you don't expect to learn everything in class. There are several of those concepts, several of those tags that it is by when you are implementing, you will see their use, you will learn them, you will implement them. So
thank you very much, sir.
You need to work ahead. So that's it. That's it.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, when are we going to have our next class? Are we still having a physical class this week?
This week, we are not having a physical class this week for all of you.
How about next week, sir? When would our class be online or physical?
When I'm giving you this project, like I told you, if you are new to this class, that this class is not bound to physical class. Are you getting it? There will be physical class, there will be virtual class, there will be assignment, there will be project, there will be group work. So if you are looking for it, it's not just physical class. My intention is for you to learn. So if the next phase of work, we intend that you do group work, it means that the next instruction you are going to see is going to be group work. If the next one is going to be a project, personal project, of course, the one I've given to you today is a personal project. So it is for the learning process that matters. All
Okay,
right.
so I understand. The reason why I asked the question was because the reason I missed your last class was I just got online. Like the time I knew for the class was not the time the class took place.
Well, just ensure you follow up with the other component of the class, like I just advised, very important, and you are attentive to the at least. Now that we have the community group, so nobody will complain that I didn't hear of something, I didn't hear of something. Once you're having the combined class, as the case may be, or it's something that I want everybody to be aware of, I post it there, everybody's aware. Then of course, keep in touch with your group, make sure you check and be up to date.
All right, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, where can we get the link to the main group? The link to main
what's your
the
category?
community group. 200 level web design, web development.
Are you not in the WhatsApp group of 200 level web design?
No.
So you need to get into that. Once you get into that group, automatically you enter into the main group. So make sure you get into that group first, so that whatever information is coming, so that is very important. So you can just chat me, or you can just send a WhatsApp message to me after this class to my WhatsApp number. And
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Hello,
yes,
sir.
please.
Please, I have a question, sir, pertaining to this meta. You said under the head, we used to have an option for meta.
Yes,
that it's able to
metadata.
like define the information of the website.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So now that metadata now, does it have a general detail for all devices, sir? Like for example, now I'm trying to edit something now. I'm not using HTML editor, I'm using VS Code. So in my VS Code now, I'm trying to work on a simple website, but like my metadata side, I don't know what to type in there. So I was trying to see if I can just copy any metadata info from WT School. Would that work, sir?
Even if you are going to be copying anything from the W3 schools, you need to check what exactly is that thing going to do. Because let me just use this as an example. For example, you have these are the information in our meta, for example. You have the char, which defines the character set, that is, which character type are you using? Get it now? You have the viewport, that is, for this particular viewport, how do you want it to display, which is already written here. You know, the width, device, the width is device width, the initial scale is 1, the fit to screen, it says no. Are you getting it? Meaning that what if I open up this site, you can see the width of this site is the device site, is the device width. It will not flush into my screen. All those ones are defined there. Okay. The next one is description auto. Now, if you go to W3 schools, for example, and you check meta, and you have some examples here as well. It says name, description, viewport. You can see all these ones are there. Check the meaning. What do they mean? So that you are not implementing what is not needed or what you don't. For example, look at this viewport. It says settings to make your website look good on all devices. Meaning that what if I open up now, these are set how it will view my device, how it will view my website on all devices. It has said that display the content to the width of the device. It says width equals what device width. So if I'm using a palm top, if I'm using a phone, if I'm using the width of that web page is going to be the width of my device, which is already set here.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And it's also included here in our viewport. Is here. And it says shrink to fit no. Okay. That it don't shrink it to fit, just let it display as it is. So of course, if you now want to play around with, for example, if you put this on to yes, see how does it look like. But of course, I will advise you just leave it as no for now. Then as you progress, you cannot play around with this. Of course, you can read further on W3 schools and see other things that you can do and how you can play around with. Okay.
Okay. I'll check that.
Okay. All right. So I believe with that being said, we can round up the class, and then I'll be expecting you to start working on your project immediately. Everybody, it's not a group of individuals, everybody individually, they're going to submit this project individually before we get to the group work. So do have a wonderful day. I will share the link of the video as once it is ready. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Make sure you read and practice, check WT School, check, try your hands. Even when you are through with the project I've given to you, try try your hands on other projects, and with that you will learn more and you can scale more. So do have a wonderful day, and till we meet again next time. Bye.